Frank Quietly. Frank Quietly from Texas. Frank, you're live on Truth Wanted. What's up?
Hey, Dan. Hey, Rarity. Happy belated solstice.
Hey. Yeah, same.
Happy belated solstice. Feliz Navidad, I think is what they say.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
That time.
I know Spanish, so
yeah. For it. Listen, I missed last week's question somehow, but on autocorrect. But I have 10 seconds on that. Can I do that real quick?
10 seconds. Go. 10, 9, 8. I'm just kidding. Just go for it.
A minister, a priest, and a rabbit. A minister, a priest, and a rabbit walk into a bar. And the bartender says to the rabbit, "We don't get many rabbits in here. What'll it be?" And the rabbit says, "Oh, I don't drink. I'm only here because of autocorrect."
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Oh my god.
That's good.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm never letting you do that again, Frank. Never letting you do that again. But this is it. This is all you got. Be happy that you got what you got there.
I have one other thing. I think we should put Howard in contact with Daniel. They would be best friends forever, I think.
Oh, come on. Don't be hating. Don't be hating on my callers. Okay. We love Daniel. We love Daniel from Canada. He's in the chat right now, I'm pretty sure. So, I do sincerely appreciate Howard calling in and sharing his point of view. But anyway, go ahead, Frank.
I've heard his views. I've heard his views on other channels. He's in that job. Okay, he's in that job. But about the Ten Commandments, which version of the Ten Commandments should they be posting? Because there are at least two, maybe three.
Yeah, it was again like I said from the post that I saw from Andrew Seidel. It was a specifically Protestant construction of it. So we could try and pull it up exactly which one they put up, but yeah.
Well, are we supposed to observe the Feast of Unleavened Bread? Because that's in the second version of the Ten Commandments.
I mean, I kind of like matzah, so.
Yeah. I like my favorite one of the alternate second commandments is the one where you gotta boil the baby goat in its mother's milk.
Oh no, you can't do that.
Oh, sorry, you can't do that. Sorry, you can't do that.
And honestly, it's frustrating. I do that like once a week. It's very common for me.
Yeah. Very interesting. Obviously, Frank, for viewers at home who don't know this, there are it's kind of a complex history. I don't know if we have time to talk about it in the short minutes that we have here, but there is a different set of commandments that are talked about in the account that Moses is bringing down. It's not all Prince of Egypt kind of stories here. It's all just kind of different stories put together from maybe inspired by different cultures, but probably were more likely different interpretations of these stories themselves that were kind of put together in the same works. And as a consequence, you have like extra commandments that are, a result of this intermingling of history. It's very weird, but yeah, there are more than 10 commandments of the 10 commandments, which is very bizarre.
Mm-hmm. And Jesus didn't give a crap about most of them.
The entire repertoire. Exactly. What about the 613 mitzvahs? Like shellfish and mixed cloth and field plants. Why don't we post all 613 of those?
Because we've been redeemed. We've been redeemed through Jesus, so we don't have to follow those anymore. Come on now, Frank. Come on now.
We can plant whatever crop we want now, Frank. That's how gracious and loving our God is.
Yeah. I love planting my own crops in spite of other deities.
Well,
I look at Thor and I say, "Fuck you! I'm growing sunflowers wherever I want. You can't tell me what to do."
Mother.
Anyway.
Well, it's not going to change anything. It's a way for certain politicians to generate political capital. In the same way we have in God we trust on our money. Who cares that we have that on the money, really? It's just a way for Christians, for theists, to seek self-assurance and establish a public presence. And the whole Ten Commandments in the classroom thing is just a way to generate political capital. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I get that feeling, and the only kind of it's not even really pushback, honestly, Frank. But the only thing I'll point to is something that Dan kind of mentioned earlier about the encroachment. And so what happens is this type of stuff sets a precedent, and that precedent very quickly rolls out of proportion to the point that our Supreme Court literally lied, outright fabricated facts of an instance where a coach is standing in the middle of a public school's football field, inviting dozens of people to pray to his particular version of Christ and Yahweh. Now, that is absolutely atrocious, in my opinion. That is something that undermines every good value about this country. Because what prevents anybody else from going further? The answer is nothing, unless we uphold the separation of religion and government. A founding principle of the United States that these elected individuals are outright going against. That's why I will continue to say it is anti-American to its core. So I gotta hold firm on this,
Amen,
Frank.
brother.
Separation.
Amen.
I'm a strict separationist. I was a religion major, and I was, taught by one of the national authorities on separation of church and state, Dr. Ron Flowers. Anyway, the way the court is now, are we going to make it illegal to work on Sundays? Because that's right up there. That's a big one. Actually, it would be Saturdays, the Sabbath. Are we going to make it illegal to go to work on Saturday now, since we're all about the Ten Commandments? Okay, guys, that's all I had. I love the show. Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, thanks, Frank. Yeah.
Appreciate it. Yeah, you're definitely preaching to the choir. I mean, one of our things that we say, or things we say every single beginning of the episode is, what do? We promote atheism, secular humanism, right? And separation of church and state. That's like,
there you go.
That's what we say all the time.